close the door.
God has planted the seed of His Spirit inside you. And every time you agree with Him about who you are, that seed is fertilized and watered. The harvest field of your life will spring forth. In the right season and in the right way, it will happen. Whatever you need to accomplish God's purpose, God will do. He will move heaven and earth to help you accomplish the purpose for which you were created. These are the things Scripture says about you. You are the light of the world because the light of the world dwells in you. You will bear God's light to change the world. You will become increasingly aware of the light of God that you carry. You will grow in God and you will grow in His light. God's kingdom will come. God's will be done in you as it is in heaven. No one will meet you and not be changed because of God's Spirit in you. You will believe the unbelievable, and what you are not yet, you will become. You will come to understand who you are in God, and soon you will see your future more clearly than ever before. The gifts God has given you will begin to flourish as you understand God's ways. Nothing will prosper that comes against you because you will live a repentant life before God. You will become what God has called you to become. You have been placed here on this earth for such a time as this. You live where you live because God placed you here. You are not here by accident. You are here by divine appointment. Your neighbors will prosper because of God in you. Where you work will prosper because of God in you. Those you touch will prosper because of God in you. God's Spirit will flow through you. Therefore, it's impossible for you to pray for anyone and them not be touched. It makes no difference if they recognize that touch or not. God will touch them. God will touch others more at times than at other times. You will not judge your relationship with God based solely on what they feel. You relate to God because God's Spirit is in you, not because of what others say, not because of your emotions, not because you feel saved, not because you've ascended to anything, but because of what God, through Jesus, has done in you. You are procreated, regenerated, and born anew. God's seed of light has entered you. Your spirit is alive and quickened because God's breath is in you. You will become quickened to God, fine-tuned to God's Spirit, not doing what God is not doing and doing what God is doing. You will become a witness for God because God's light in you proves to others that God exists. With God's help, when people see you, they will see the Father. Soon, there will be a clear distinction between those who don't know God and you because you know God. People will look at you and they will know that you are a follower of Jesus and the bearer of His light. For God's glory, this will happen, taking the foolish things to confound the wise. All because you're growing closer to God.